know Te Poti. Our mother never mentioned Te Poti to us. It was always Mose. Her mother and a brother called Mose. And of course, the mother parents are Pasulu from Pastor Olta, and also from Nwani, the Bible name in Nwani, and from Pastor Olta, Tawambea. Now, Nona was also in our family, the Mayama and Palasi. But we're not sort of very close there because we're always brought up in the other side of the family. But it's been a privilege and honor for us to be here today. Very touched to meet everyone. As I said, we were on a journey of not knowing who we are. But we wanted to find out because it was always dear to our mother that her Uncle Mose, who disappeared many years ago as a youngster, and then they found out that 4 of them had stowed away from Samoa, don't know where. And then later on we found out there was Papua New Guinea, there was also Thursday Island and Torres Strait, and Paru Island. My mum and dad came to visit Paru Island with our cousin Manino. And there, Uncle Tanu really embraced our mum because he also knew, he had a story to tell about his name and he knew where it came from, but he didn't share it because he wasn't sure. And then he asked my mum where his name came from. And because he knew a bit about it, but wasn't quite sure. So his dad must have said something about his dad Mawala Limau from Malaya. There are 4 paramount chiefs in Samoa. There's a Maniatua, which the Tamawhiti comes from. There's a Tamasese. There's a Tuimalili Whanu, who is also a connection to our side, and Ta'afa. So there are 2 paramount chiefs that Tamawhiti belongs to. And we believe that, as we said, we're still doing our research and, doing what we want to find out more. But they stowed away as youngsters, and they were called the naughty boys of Samoa. This is what they were known as. And these are the stories that we got. Our mother had told us some stories, and of course the missionaries that came from Papua New Guinea. And they went to, on their way back to Samoa, they also, I think they must have met Mose, Te Poti, because they knew a bit about. And when they got to New Zealand, they asked someone there to make the connection. And that's how the connection was made. And here, our parents came to Paru Island, and that's how we're here today, wanting to meet everyone. And we're very touched. We feel the aroha, the lofa, to meet everyone here. So as I said, we're still searching, doing our research on the families, but that's a story that we got, that Mose only had one sister, her name was Paletui, and we are Paletui's granddaughters. And our nephew, Lomi's son, is in the kitchen helping out. Sorry, here's Raz. Sorry, Raz. But thank you so much for embracing us. We feel very touched. I'm just going to ask my sisters. Come on. Huh? This is Lomi. She's the youngest of us 3. She lives in Samoa.
Thank you so much for embracing us and welcoming us to this wonderful place. So I just wanted to say that my great-grandmother, she had 2 other half-siblings, and that's where my newborn comes from. And so we just wanted to acknowledge them because they're still part of our family. So thank you again, and we look forward to getting to know a lot of you, most of you, a lot better. And I just wanted to say too that what's really touched my heart is getting to speak to many of you, and you actually remember my parents. You remember seeing my parents, you remember our stories. So that really warms my heart. Thank you so much for making this personal.
on this journey that we're all on together to find out all the stories and the bits about those who've gone before us and our families. Love you all and thank you.
And just backing up on what the ladies said here, we're just very grateful and honoured to be here. So thank you all for accepting us and embracing us. And also there's a lot of other family members that wish they were here, but they send their best regards. So we'll make sure they come along next time for sure. And just a big well done to the administration team and all the people that organise this beautiful building and a lot of stuff, you know, the camera guys and the sound people, everyone who's organised everything, the team in the kitchen there every day, and yeah, God bless you all and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raz.
So many new relatives. Wow! Just before I finish, I've heard from my sisters. When my mum and dad visited Paddle Island, Uncle Tanu gave my mother the medal. It's Tipoti for life saving. And Queensland government presented it to him. And he gifted it to my mother. So he felt that Mum should keep it. Now I know a lot of the young ones wanted us to give it to them, but I'm sorry guys, you know, I'm the keeper at the moment, so I will keep it, I will treasure it. It was given to my mother and we will treasure it. But you're welcome to come and have a look. And also we have photos that Uncle Tanu had given to us. No time to give away, no time is precious here today. But thank you so much to the organisers, to everyone. It's been wonderful, a blessing to be here today. So God bless us all, and let's finish on a high note, going away with this beautiful feeling of family, and togetherness. Praise God.
Powerful words from all of our family here. And yes, we're so blessed to be part of it. We just, you know, you've met us, but you've also met yourselves as well. So it's very heartfelt tonight as well. But very we will now introduce Pastor Nona to come and say a few words. Thank you.
Georgie.
Good morning. I was only just asked yesterday if I can come and help. Just for the families, well, I'm in the from Ate team on the line of Ate Tanu. Ate Tanu go down to Ate Morris, the eldest son of Ate Tanu, and my dad is the son to Ate Morris, also known as Zengre. I just want to acknowledge all the families here. I don't know how people feel, but I'm feeling something that I've never felt before. Just want to acknowledge all the families traveled all the way from Samoa to Valo. Welcome. And I think just the connection, as I said, that it's something that is bringing us here. You know, when Pastor Noga said, he mentioned about Atetikoti, you know, when he was speaking back in Samoa, he was missing in action. And something that he small touched me as he was sharing here. When you got something so big, you will intend to get lost. And I wanted to share this. Atetikoti went from Samoa, and the families you see, they're missing in action. And that's the same feeling that I had for so many years. That you proceed down here, you probably might get the same impression, but within our families, there's a little bit was missing in action. And what's happening these 2 days is way out of our control. What's taking place in the last 2 days, everything according to the plans of God. Through one person coming all the way from Samoa to the Torres Strait, resulting in a generation expanding so big, which is so touching to the DNA. Every individual would have been gathered here, and even the families would have become naked. This generation is that big, even this building can contain on other families that couldn't make it. If everyone would have arrived here, they would have been able to provide 5 or 6 of these.
That's right.
And that's what I said, that through one person traveling all the way from Samoa, and I believe they're touching the DNA Leuni, so that the DNA can connect. Remember, everything starts with the seed. Anybody like watermelon? If there's a best watermelon that is so sweet, you go try to look for the seed. Because of the product of that same watermelon, you want to have it all the time. Everything is start with the seed. See, the power of a seed is what was inside Atetipoti. And I think for you, everybody to gather here, I don't know how you can see it. Something that even come to me. When Uncle Laurie did ring up me yesterday, I was sitting at the airport ready to pick up my wife. When they asked me, I said, "Oh, if the program is set, just continue with the program." Then they said, "No, I think we don't want to hear you talk." And one word that came to me was DNA. For the families who are, sorry, I was supposed to speak their pastor, George and Nona. And well, it's a privilege for me to stand up here because I was holding my emotions. It's a mystery how a DNA works. And I want to tell you that DNA is God's information code. When I speak an information code, blow God, the only way that scientist or doctor or anybody can go through is through the DNA. DNA in living creatures shows strong evidence of a creator. Instead of the DNA, there's always somebody there behind. The DNA, it carries information that cannot have occurred by natural forces, but came by intelligence design. It's not an accident that you be gathered here. The biggest of the families in the Torres Strait, the biggest of the families in the Northern Peninsula area, the biggest of the families further down south, the biggest of the families extending all the way to Western Australia. You may everyone come for the first time in our life, bro, people you come together. And only to have this gathering here with Cairns. When I become arriving at the front gate, my bones were shaking. It was shaking right in the big stadium there. As soon as I stood there, I cried. In the Bible, the valley of the dry bones. I want to make this thing a little bit clear. When When I speak the valley of the dry bones, that's why this gathering is not by accident. And when I look at the valley of the dry bones, and from a single voice, all the bones reacted so that we can gather in this place. And I heard yesterday about teaching and passing of knowledge. And teaching and passing of knowledge, any key to the successful life for every individual here. Uncle Malawak mentioned yesterday, you must know your history. And for me to sit at the back and listen to the sharing of the Tipoti. And this word became to me was leadership potential. And I want to tell you that leadership potential is impregnated in all descendants of Tipoti. When I speak up, I come from the line of the town only for you to see. But my connection is in the bloodline of every photos that is in India. And through every family that is back in Samoa. From 14th February this year to this day, 19 families been surveyed that I was elected into the chairperson of Torres Regional Authority. From that day, from the 14th, when I was elected to this day, I'm still in shock. Every time thinking this guy is sitting in this position, especially being the chairperson of Torres Regional Authority. And in Misada, it is the northernmost Commonwealth statutory authority. Yesterday, people be listening, we heard leadership of our great-great-grandfather, Ate Tipoti's legacy, being a leader and passed down, which is demonstrated by all his Picadilly, all his children. And that you will gather here at this event, as I be speaking, is not by accident, but to ignite a single spark. And I speak this word into the spiritual realm, that it will ignite a single spark of potential inside of every bloodline of the Tipoti. I walked in, walking around, seeing all their families, their faces that I didn't know. This can definitely relate to me. Not only to spark the potential inside of me, also to reveal the truth of your identity and connection as the body of Ate Tipoti. This is what I've seen in the spiritual when I stood at the door. When each and every one of us will leave from this place, this is not me speaking, this is somebody else speaking. I'm only presenting my body here. When you leave after this event, back to your respectful home, a lot of change will be evident through your life, and one of them will be leadership. Ate Tipoti becoming leadership. We've lost Biradan in the Torres Strait. That's why Torres Strait Leopard is dysfunction. Iasino is the answer to change the leadership and the dimension of Torres Strait. This reunion is not by accident, but by the Spirit of God to unlock the potential that is impregnated inside of every single family, from the youngest to the oldest, carrying the DNA of our Ate Tipoti. And I want to tell you, God does not make any mistakes. When He puts people on this earth, certainly our great-great-grandfather Ate Tipoti was one of them, causing the power of Nona DNA to move and gather inside of the stadium. And I want to leave it here where you belong. From the youngest to the oldest. It's a shift in the dimension because you play everyone of inside this Kenya. You actually impregnated with something else inside. This reunion just ignited something that you play. Yes, it will be someone different. Even the most least, how people describe you, you will be the change. And I want to leave it with you, brother. It's a blessing for me, all the families from Samoa, to travel all the way. What God joined, no one will separate. And He's the smartest of the smartest, even over the scientist, to create something that is called DNA. That's all.
When I arrived here at Cairns, I met all the time. And he said to me, "You're not a local." I said, "How you know?" He said, "You look like me, but your face is different." I said, "Good. You hurt my feelings, but not my dream." And then he said, "Why are you here?" I said, "I'm here for my family's reunion." And he said, "Oh, so how come your family never united with each other?" I said, "No, we always connected, but we keep falling away from each other." And he said, "Explain to me more." I said, "Tipoti is one of our family from Samoa. He fell away from Samoa. So he landed here." And he said, "So why are you decided to be connected with each other?" I said, "I believe united we stand, divided we fall." We finally been able to know where He is, and we finally been able to see all the family, they come together because of His said yes. He left a legacy, and that's where we're all here. And I just want to say thank you to Tipoti's family, all the children, grandchildren, and everybody belongs to him for accepting us to be here. Now you meet the chief of the family, and I say, you wanted to reconnect Tipoti back to where he comes from. United we stand, divided we fall. If you never shake my hand, I will be very disappointed if you leave this place without ever shaking my hand. God bless and thank you. There's only one person who can make that happen for Tipoti's children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren is Chief Benjamin. He's the only chief that is thinking about this family, because he wanted to make it clear before he passed away, because we have no idea who's the next chief of the family is going to be. But in this time, he wanted to make sure Tipoti's family are reconnected to his family in Samoa while he's still alive. That's the whole purpose why he's here. And it's a privilege for him to be witnessing how growth Tipoti's family here in Torres Strait Island. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, families. Thank you, Noga Chief, for sharing that genealogy. We're very blessed to have that shared with us this morning. It's very important.
My background here. So there is one man that originated the family of Noga. And the name of that man is Noga Autai or Noga Lemoa. That's one man, great man from the bottom, Ahamata, married Allah. And then Allah has got a son, Ulamia. And Ulamia married a daughter of Iono and Pastor Ota. And then he begot Malaelu, number 1, and Leuta and Tipoti. So Malaelu, Leuta and Tipoti, their parents are Ulamia and Tatu is a name from Pastor Iono. So in this case, we got the genealogy of Noga, and we got the genealogy of Leuta, but we haven't got the genealogy of Tipoti. So Tipoti went off. We don't know where he got about. Because he went on a boat, that's why I put a diagram here. He went away many times, and what I heard from older people, this man, when he was about 24 years old, well, that was a time when the German British had been ruling Samoa. I think it was a time when he got away. So we haven't got the genealogy of Tipoti in Samoa, but only from Malaelu and Leuta. And then we are very fortunate that we have the genealogy of Tipoti here in Papua New Guinea or Torres Strait. So, in other words, I am not going to speak of anybody else in that, but I am going to speak of this genealogy of Tipoti in here. Now we have like the sons and daughters of Tipoti. If anybody here has got, say to me that his mother is Tipoti, that's not my business. You come to their family and they will tell you what is true. But this is what is true in Samoa. So, family of Tipoti, listen to me. I am the chief of our family in Samoa. If you want to come to Samoa, unless you come to see me, you will not get anything else. I can give you the land, I can give you the title, but you have to do something over there before I give you those. Well, but in other words, there are other genealogies of this family because Malaelu is said to be a worker of the gospel. Now he went away and preached the other islands of Samoa, but Tipoti was unknown. But then God has sent this boy here, and he married, and then we have met a lot of children from Tipoti. We didn't know that, but God knew it. So that's why we went for this opportunity, because I have met those, and those blessed people very good to us. So I think that's all I can say to you, because we know that the family is brought from one person up to many people here. Well, I think I made myself clear. Okay.
Yep.
Next time.
Just let me explain it a little bit. Now you know Tipoti's Tipoti's father is Ulamia, and Tipoti's mother is Tatu. So if you don't know Tipoti's parents, now you know. And it's very important for the chief to reunite Tipoti's family back into Samoa where he belongs. Because he's been missing from the actions so many years. And we see what happened now in this.
And I say, the people from Noga Mission, Noga Mission, married a woman of Tumbulele, and then she got, what's that, Tumate, Panau, Su, Tainian, and Nogia, and a boy. And that Nogia was named